Hey, what's up guys? So waiting on some parts, and me and Knox just trying to figure out what in the world we're going to do with our time. And it hit me, why don't we put everything back together? Even though we can't kickstart this thing, we can pull start it. So we've got the tank back on, the new carburetor is bolted up, and I figured, you know, since we're at it, might as well put a new stopper on this thing. So gotta fill the reservoir, bleed that line. Everything in the caliper is pretty free. The pads actually need to be changed, but we're not even gonna worry about that. But I was thinking about it, if I do get this thing pull started and it does run, then it'd probably be a good idea to figure out how to stop. So we got that on. The gas tank is sealed. It's all bolted on. I'm gonna run a new fuel line to the tank. We are waiting on the air filter to be here today, and I've got to get this guy replaced. And I've got the tire. I just need to get it put on. I'll probably run and get that done this afternoon. But that is a really nice big plug. But yeah, this thing, you might as well be putting air into a cheese grater, because I mean, this thing has seen better days for sure. So, anyway, we got a new tire for that. We actually have new rear tires as well. But the disc, we're gonna have to clean that up. Take the old cheek poker to that and clean it up real nice. Make it look good. Put some grease on the front axle. But yeah, other than that, that's what we're doing today. I don't know if I'll get it pull started today. All depends on when the air filter gets here. But we're still working on it. I did order the kickstart return spring. And I know I said in the last video that I was gonna have to tear into this side. Well, unfortunately, we're just gonna go ahead and replace the entire spindle, the kickstart shaft, the gear, return spring, everything. And it runs right here in the back end of this case. So I'm actually gonna have to split both sides. Shouldn't be a big issue. The timing chain is the biggest thing that I'm worried about, getting all that back together the way it's supposed to, but I don't think it's going to be that big of a job. I think probably pulling everything out is going to be the biggest job. Kind of doing double the work, because just put the new carb on, it's going to have to come off. The tank's going to have to come off. The new lines are going to have to come off. Everything's going to have to come off of this thing. But I would really like to see this thing run before I go any farther. So part 2 of this 200X rebuild is going to be just seeing if we can get this thing to run. I want to see if it's going to smoke. Good possibility that, being as old as it is, we may have to replace the rings. So let's get it going. Let's run it around the yard a little bit, see how it's going to act, because if we have to tear this motor apart, let's replace what needs to be replaced while we're in there, instead of having to do double the work again and tear it apart. So anyway, y'all stay tuned. Hopefully when we come back, we'll have the air filter, I'll have the new tire on, and we will be pulling this thing with the Ranger to see if we can't get it fired up. See you guys here in a minute. We've got the new air filter. Just put this thing in. You look at that. That's a thing of beauty. Brand new air filter. We've got that on. All right. We just put the fuel tank on and put a brand new fuel hose in it. Good look at that. Seems to be working just fine. Put some fuel in here. We got the front tire on. Brand new front tire. Which was kind of a booger, but got it on. The old tire was full of foam. The thing was probably 80% full of foam. No telling how long that foam had been there. But we got the old tire off, got the new tire on, got it set up, it's holding the air. I went ahead and put some brake fluid in this thing. I could not get it to bleed. I don't know what it is I'm doing wrong. Gonna have to do some research on that, but I need to bleed the brakes so I can get this thing stopped. So hopefully, now that we've got the tank on, we've got the fuel line on, air filter's on, I'm gonna put the lid to the air box on. We're gonna throw the back fenders on. We're gonna see if we can get this thing started. So stay tuned, we'll see what happens. All right, take me that way. Well, she's going, ladies and gentlemen. And I hope you can see it. Out a little bit. She's definitely a runner. Definitely a runner. Yeah, boy. Man, this thing is a runner. Got it running, runs great, smokes a little bit. I'm thinking that's probably going to be the rings. Same set of rings probably its entire life. This thing has probably been ran really hard. Actually, I know it has. It's had a lot of fun, seen a lot of fun. So probably go ahead and replace the rings while we're in there. Take care of some of that smoke. Go ahead and replace the kickstart return spring. Other than that, I think this thing is going to be awesome. Needs a new chain for sure. Probably a new spark plug. Do need to pull that spark plug and look at it and see what we're looking at after it's ran like it has. I did adjust the clutch before we started out, and I think I got it a little too tight. Whenever you really run this thing hard and try to just bump through the gears really hard, it does not want to let go. So I think I got a little bit too tight. We're going to loosen that off a little bit. As long as you granny shift it in, shift, ease out, it runs really great though. Pulled up here in the shop, sat there and idled, which honestly is beyond me, because this carburetor, I bought a brand new carburetor. It's got a brand new carburetor on it, and I didn't change anything. I don't know, I didn't think about it. I did not think about looking up the specs for a factory Honda, and then, you know, setting the air to fuel mixture, and setting the C-clip on the throttle pin. Didn't think about it on the needle. But anyway, got some parts in. Got a brand new seat cover, blue seat cover, which is gonna look freaking awesome on this thing. To me, the late 80s model Hondas, the CR250s, the 250R 3-wheeler, the ATC200X like this one, that whole lineup with the white gas tank, the red body, red frame, and the blue seat cover, I think that looks awesome. So this thing is going to look great. We got the new rear brake caliper, which is going to be great for getting this thing stopped. We got brand new throttle cable. That is going to be a game changer. My thumb is wore smooth out from hanging on to this. Gosh, it's so stiff. Man, like I want it to be like butter, just wham, wham, wham. Anyway, so taking a look at the filter, looks great. The fuel ran great. Petcock isn't leaking. The tank isn't leaking. So we're in great shape. So we come back in video 3. We're gonna take care of the seat. We're gonna take care of the cable. We're gonna put the brake caliper on. But most importantly, video 3 is gonna be built around tearing this behemoth out, tearing it apart, going through it, getting everything fixed the way it's supposed to be fixed. What do you think, Knox? You good with that? You gonna help?
Yeah.
Right on. All right, y'all stay tuned.